Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Is your pack slowing you down, Master? Pray, bear in mind that you can only carry so much by yourself. Goblins, Master! Avoid flame at any cost, Arisen. You have been doused in oil. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
I am in awe of your powers of detection. I'm sure my master would be astonished to learn this is here.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it? Most impressive, Master.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Outstanding. I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by...
What's this? We're trapped. Aye! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
A Cyclops. Pray, be on your guard.
Let my magics grant you an mental boon. Continue our onslaught, and the behemoth will soon topple. Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Time we made for the to inform the people of Dogma that the Arisen has come.
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Well now. The road's blocked. The cart can't get through like this. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling, if we could summon one. Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
We've got goblins!
You must cleanse yourself of that oil, post haste.
I'll combine my magic with yours, you might cast the spell more quickly. That's it!
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. It would seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the Sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the council's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you...
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait.
A splendid accomplishment. You have honed your talents to new heights. One can but strive to improve.
Oh dear. What am I to do? That's quite enough.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you... I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other. For all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you? Welcome and well met. Don't think I've forgotten your discount now. I'll knock a few gold pieces off aught you buy.
In my line of business, patience is key.
Do come again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
I've brought you a gift. Will you accept it?
Welcome to Bjorn, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
Say, have you... Well, if you do visit, you might want to give the old man who lives... I hear he sets out to sea on his boat, day after day, only to be returned to shore by the brine again and again. As if that wasn't queer enough, he's apt to talk your ear off about some world he believes lies beyond the sea. I cannot fathom his obsession. I suppose losing...
Aye, I'm well enough, thank you.
This isn't much to go on.
Hail, friend. I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week with no one slave. Fear not. I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider... Sound appealing? Then come.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin, but we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
You've come. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? Many thanks, friend. I knew I...
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use... We can.
Right you are. We must rest. Though the sun is... You made me the pawn I am today, Arisen. I shall endeavor to repay your generosity in our travels to come.
It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Feeling rested, I trust?
Say, I've noticed you walking around questioning people. Looking for information, are we? If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next, if you haven't already. The place is full of unsavory characters, as one might expect, who've seen things ordinary citizens aren't privy to. I should know. I was among their company till just recently.
on, have a look. Go on, have a look. Gold's made to be spent. Many thanks.
Say, you've got a decent arm on you. No need to be humble. Just the other day, I watched you fell a massive monster with my own two eyes. I've ne'er seen the like. Pray, sir, teach me to fight like you do. I'm after an instructor, see, but the ones in this city are cravens all. The sort that decided to teach to avoid the battlefield. If I'm to grow stronger, I need to learn from someone who's seen actual battle. A real warrior, such as yourself. Won't you give me a chance? And this Baron fellow, he's a real warrior? I suppose you wouldn't recommend him if he wasn't. And after all, I've seen your prowess. I'm inclined to trust your judgment. Many thanks, sir. Methinks I'll seek out this Baron and see what he can teach me.
Well met, sir. Why is everyone always in such a hurry? I find any turn. Interested in my wares?
Anymore.
Let's take it easy today.
It's been a hard day.
You're acting up.
Reckon I could best any of these lumps in a scrape.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, what say you? Might I ask for your cooperation? I thank you, your Majesty. The first is Trevo Mine. to the northwest. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight.
We have been charged with the felling of monsters.
By combining our strengths, we shall overcome this trial as all others.
Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Follow me. I will guide you to the location. Tell is, Vermund was once a beast-ridden kingdom.
Truly?
Indeed, though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
What might you be looking for?
Over here, if you please. Over here, Master. Did you lose sight?
Prepare to engage! Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. I'll save you!
Go where your help is needed.
What to make of this?
What a bother.
I see which way the wind's blowing.
Over here, if you would.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Halt if you please.
I'll combine my magic with yours that you might cast the spell more quickly.
It seems we have enraged our foe.
Might be not used though, ranged to our advantage.
Understood.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
If we're to have any hope for victory, we must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal.
Of course.
Look out, Risen! We're under attack! This foe is nigh unstoppable when 'tis wrath. We must do aught we can to prevent it from losing its temper.
How are we meant to attack it without angering it?
Seems fortune has been balancing me out. That was a tad too close for comfort. Ye really... Over here, if you please.
You're trying to piss me off.
Pray, light your lantern, Master. This isn't the way to our destination, but I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Fancy a broken arm? Why, that's my speciality.
Let me alone, will ye? I'm a busy woman.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Tis a grievous thing, losing a companion.
We will need to replenish our forces. I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
This should be of use.
Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Pray, allow me to show you the way. Over here, if you would. Here we go again.
If battle cannot be avoided, 'tis fight or die.
By your leave.
That was superb, Arisen. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
We trounced our foe, well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
My word, this ox cart has been destroyed.
Wrought by the hands of brigands. Or the claws of monsters.
Careful now.
Are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
We have found a material.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In fact, if ever you've need of an ear to listen, you have but to ask.